So when you wrote this book, did you write it generally for sort of a new gay wedding, a new gay couple?
It's a very good question. I actually, I wanted to write. I originally was writing a book about being a bridesman, because I kept being chosen as bridesman at the weddings for my straight female friends, and you see more and more bridesmen these days. And I thought, what a wonderful thing! It's like it's still new, it's still slightly uncomfortable for people, but it's also truthful. I mean, it's intuitive, makes intuitive sense. If you are better friends, if you're a man, and you're better friends with the bride and the groom, you should be on the girl side of the aisle, as it were. But we have this sort of normative gender binary thing going on where we think, oh, that's just weird, but that's changing. And so that for me was so fascinating, that what a great symbol of how we're evolving, how we're celebrating truth over tradition. So I wanted to write this little book about being bridesmen, and it was going to be fun and have illustrations and all that. And so I proposed it. My agent was sending it out, and we got rejected, and I was then offered, this was in 2013, right when the Windsor decision happened, so right when the key parts of DOMA were struck down, the publisher thought, oh, well, wouldn't it be great if you wrote same-sex wedding guides? Yes, and that would have been in the spirit of this new normal. And I thought, I don't know, because I've already become so interested in how marriage has changed for everybody. We're all in this together. I think DOMA getting struck down really represents that categories are being struck. And we want the same thing, ultimately, which is to have things our own way and take our people with us. We all really want that at the core. So I really wrote it for everybody, but I certainly for the normals, like the young straight lovebirds, and the new normals, the young gay lovebirds, but also but just everybody. Older same-sex couples who never thought that marriage was a possibility, and I have language in there that includes those people. People interface. I have a lot of what I would still consider queer marriages that are interface. There's so much to navigate there. Straight couples who have to navigate religions and family traditions. Women who have been divorced maybe several times and have been stigmatized, but still want something meaningful. Still want to figure out a meaningful way to celebrate a relationship. So a lot of people who have been sort of left behind in the marriage conversation, I directly address, even though it's intended for everybody. And there's a lot of language about how misogyny and homophobia and transphobia really impacts everybody in a very destructive way. So again, it's for everybody, but those isms really do, misogyny, homophobia, they really do inhibit all of us, including straight men in some ways, in terms of how we come out and demand recognition for who we are, how we celebrate. And so I address those things from that perspective, but I'm hoping that it would empower and inspire just about anybody who was planning to be married.